has been many months since the coronavirus outbreak, and where it originated is still a mystery for many. Businesses all over the world had taken negative impacts, causing many of them to close down or forcing them to look for alternatives. This documentary will be trying to answer the question, what impacts has COVID-19 created on the agriculture trading industry and how is it coping? First, let's take a look at some terminologies. What is agriculture? As many of us know, agriculture is the science and art of cultivating the soil, growing crops, and raising livestock. Agriculture provides most of the world's food and fabrics. Cotton, wool, and leather are all agricultural products. What is COVID-19, or otherwise known as the coronavirus? A novel coronavirus, CoV, is a new strain of coronavirus. The disease caused by the novel coronavirus, first identified in Wuhan, China, has been named Coronavirus Disease 2019, COVID-19. CO stands for corona, 6 for virus, and D for disease. Formerly, this disease was referred to as 2019 novel coronavirus, or 2019 CoV. The COVID-19 virus is a new virus linked to the same family of viruses as severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, and some types of common cold. Going back to the question at hand, what impacts has COVID-19 created on the agriculture trading industry and how is it coping? According to Travel and Leisure, 100,000 restaurants have closed in the last 6 months during the pandemic in the United States. On average, restaurant sales were down 34% in August, while 60% of operators have also had to spend more on the normal operating costs and are staffing only 71% of the employees they did before the pandemic. Additionally, 40% think it's unlikely they'll still be in business in 6 months if there aren't more relief packages. One of the restaurants affected by the coronavirus is Palilingan, which we will be watching about.
To say everything in Seattle feels like it's closed would not be much of an exaggeration this week.
Yeah, as quiet as this restaurant has ever been.
But for Amanda Chigbrow, owner of Pincho, it is sadly not an exaggeration at all.
It's our life, who we are and what we did.
Notice she said did. The restaurant is closing permanently.
Did. Yeah, it's really weird to say.
With the steep drop-off in traffic from coronavirus distancing, they just couldn't make it work.
It's awful, right? Our dream is being crushed. Our employees are out of a job.
But she can't blame people for staying away right now.
Is it worth it to risk your life, the life of a loved one, over a plate of bacon-wrapped dates and paella? Absolutely not.
Losing Pincho and their bar, Branchwater.
I'm especially sad to see it go. My father passed away 3 weeks ago, so yeah.
That bar was a tribute to her parents.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So it's, especially bittersweet, but it had a lot of life in it, so that's good.
Life will go on here, but she wonders if this city and community will look the same after the virus is gone.
On the other hand, many restaurants have tried to take advantage of delivery services, which causes an increase in demand for them as shown in this graph. However, according to the Washington Post, it appears that some delivery businesses have been taking advantage of restaurants. Customers had paid $1,042.63 for 46 pizzas. The delivery company, which is based in Chicago, had taken $666.09 in commissions and fees. That left the pizzeria with barely enough to pay for San Marzano tomatoes and cheese. I'm sitting there fuming looking at this receipt, says Badalamenti, who had never dealt with delivery apps while running his own pizza truck. But it's like an open secret. Owners have been suffering in silence because they're ashamed, and they think this is what you have to do because this is what everyone is doing. Agriculture, and no doubt, has an important role in Indonesia. It would not only improve welfare through the provision of food sufficiency, but it is also one of the sectors that have the potential to improve the Indonesian economy. It is one of the sectors that have GDP, which would often increase from year to year. The government has disbursed 9.59% of the total Rp 123.46 trillion earmarked to aid MSMEs during the pandemic, cooperatives and small and medium enterprises ministry data show. Meanwhile, According to Finance Ministry data as of June 29th, the government has only spent 10.14% of the Rp 120.6 trillion allocated to tax incentives, including for businesses. Most farmers' spending also took a hit since about two-thirds of Indonesian farmers are net consumers, according to Gallup. The Jokowi administration has committed to providing Rp 300,000 in cash assistance for 3 months to 2.7 million poor farmers to help with their expenses. It also plans to offer support in the form of fertilizer and seeds, among other things, valued at Rp 300,000. To support farmers, the most important thing is the social safety net to help them continue producing food, Gallup said on Thursday. In addition, the state logistics agency, Bulog, should keep procuring staple products at a satisfying price for farmers. On the other hand, Tanahub Group, which sells agricultural products online, reported that the logistical disruption might actually cause farmers to raise prices to offset risk. In Indonesia, the average price of rice had been recorded at an increased rate of 2.03% in April 2020. During this year, many people had already experienced a loss in their income, with 2.5 million people who have lost their jobs between March and May. With the increase in prices of agricultural products, many will struggle to afford these goods during these times. Indonesia will need to strengthen its domestic market and ensure the supply and distribution of basic goods, such as rice, corn, beans, and salt at reasonable prices to strengthen the economy. In conclusion, due to the coronavirus, many businesses all over the world have been impacted negatively. It has caused economies to slow down, caused a high increase in unemployment, forced firms to close down, and caused shortages in food supply. Even with the aid of delivery services, some charge a high commission fee, making it difficult for firms to make a profit. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay healthy and safe.